All right. Okay, welcome everyone to the Dolphin Healing Collective. For those of you who are new to the Dolphin Healing Collective, it's a mostly monthly call where we work with the dolphins, the whales, and the ocean and the mermaids, whatever ocean beings want to come and hang out, but usually the dolphins and the whales, to support the healing for all, the liberation for all beings. And originally, this was created just to really share healing for the dolphins and the whales, and we've definitely done many calls with that. Supporting the ocean, releasing pollution, transmuting trauma from whaling. But the more that, and you may have heard me say this if you've been around for a few sessions, the more that we've journeyed together, the more it's become clear that the whales and the dolphins actually really want to help us heal, because humanity really is the link for the ascension, and for all of the whales and the dolphins being respected and the oceans being respected and clean. So most of our calls lately have been them helping us heal. I was like, let's do a beautiful call every month where we'll help you heal. And they're like, no, we will help you. And I'm like, okay, great. So Nayland's here from Istanbul, Turkey, 1 a.m. Wow, that's amazing. Tara says 4 captive dolphins within minutes of me putting on shows. Let's send them some blessings and some gratitude for their beautiful service, and just pray that they get to live their highest life, whatever that is for them. I love you. To all the captive dolphins and whales, we love you, we love you, we love you. Okay, Carlin's here from spicy Santa Fe, Nuevo Mexico. Amazing. Okay, cool. So today, it's the full moon if you're here live with us, or you're just joining on replay within like 24 hours or so. I did not even know it was a full moon when I set the date. I was actually, you want to know what I'm doing lately? I'm in this course called Spirit of Water. And so part of the experience is to communicate with water, and there's like 5 different or maybe 6 different processes we could choose from. So I have chosen the one where we use a pendulum over water, and this water's ocean water. And then I ask it questions, like it's just saying yes because it's so excited. And then I was asking which day to do this on. And I was like, the 28th, 27th, it's the 28th here in Australia. And I was like, yes. I was like, okay. And it's a full moon, of course. So we are here because the ocean said it was the day with this new process. So happy full moon, and today we are diving in with our Soul Star family, and that is so exciting. So we're gonna just start with a few teachings that have come through around Soul Star family. We're going to talk a little bit about why the dolphins, probably it's kind of obvious to you, but we'll talk about why the dolphins are helping us connect with our Soul Star family of all beings. And then we'll go into a journey, which is going to be really exciting, where you're going to connect multidimensionally with your Soul Star family. The dolphins will help us to bridge that connection to make it even stronger. And who knows? I don't, as you might know, maybe you don't, maybe you're totally new to me, or maybe you're not and you just don't know. I don't plan out any journeys, any live journeys that we go on. Sometimes I tune in to go, okay, that's the general maybe flow, but even when I do that, it usually changes. So I just don't even really anymore. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to meet with our Soul Star families, and it's going to be awesome. So before we get into all of that, why don't we just have a moment to close our eyes and just to start to connect into a more sacred space here. And taking a deep breath. And just feeling into how your body is feeling today. Feeling that breath and feeling that connection with the dolphins already, as they're such conscious breathers. And as we just take a moment to consciously breathe, maybe you know, or maybe you don't, but dolphins actually need to take a breath consciously. They're not automatic breathers like us. So they can just stop their breathing functions if they want. And they actually need to consciously make those breaths when they come to the surface. So we're just going to have a moment to consciously breathe with them. As we invite in the higher realm dolphins that are here to support us now, the angelic dolphin ones. I also call upon the white whales and the higher realm whales to join us. I ask you to encircle each and every single one of us live or on replay. And I call upon the 12 archangels of the central sun to join the dolphins and whales here, co-creating this sacred space with each of our higher selves, bringing Mother Mary forth and asking Mother Mary to anoint this session with the codes of the blue rose. And just feeling yourself and feeling our circle begin to ground down into Gaia, the crystalline grids of Gaia, the crystalline grids of the new earth where all beings are living in peace and harmony, health and wealth. And then breathing in light from above, feeling the sun and the central sun, the angelic energy, the dolphin angelic energy, the white whale energy. Just come from above and just share this beautiful cosmic energy, this solar energy, this galactic center energy through your spine, through your body, and really asking your soul to come into your heart now, channeling through your heart. Thank you, soul, for filling me now. All right. And just feeling in your heart any intentions that you may have for today. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes back to this space. All right, so our soul star family, Archangel Michael has told me lately that, because there's so many ways that we can make our connection with source, with spirit, with the earth. There's so many processes. Oh my goddess, I'm sure you know. You could do this ritual, you could do this prayer, you could do this type of meditation, you can join this course, you can live this lifestyle. And sometimes, probably, maybe you feel the same way. I can get overwhelmed, especially because I actually love information. I love, like, I'm in like 3 different courses right now. I love learning. Well, depending on what it is, but I love learning about spiritual things. And, I was a bit overwhelmed with just the so many options. And if everything, like if I wanted to actually do everything I was learning, plus keep my own practices, it would probably just take like 7 hours a day. So I was like, oh, I don't know. And Archangel Michael is like, if you want to know like what really to focus on, what's one core thing to focus on, it would be inviting in your soul star family every day. I was like, oh, interesting. And so I started to do that. And when I tuned in recently, a couple weeks ago, for the theme of this month's Dolphin Healing Collective, I went down to a dolphin temple underwater. It was really cool because there was like a crystal like bonfire. It wasn't a fire, but like we would have logs. They were like crystals. And they're like, this is how we can be cozy, because it like we can program the crystal to emanate out whatever frequencies we want. So it could be like a nice, really warm sacral chakra energy. So we were like sitting around this crystal fire that wasn't a fire. And the dolphins were sharing that we would be meeting our soul star family in this call. So maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, I went for a beach walk and just really took some time to channel a little bit more about our soul star family and what wanted to come through and what my heart wanted to share with me about a soul star family. And I'd like to share that with you today. So first, just to kind of define it a little bit, this is from my mentor, one of my mentors, and she shares that our soul star family really is when we were born as a soul, that we were born into a soul star family that most resonated with why we were birthed, who we were. And we were literally kind of like, as a human, we would be born into a family as a soul coming directly from that ocean of unified consciousness. We were born into a family, our soul star family. And so our soul star family is like the origination of family to us. And of course, all beings are our family, because we come again from that unified field of source. So every single being, every single plant, every single soul is our part of our greater family and our true family. But we do have this more unique grouping of souls that we were born into, that we've really journeyed with for eons, and we feel such a resonance, such a tremendous amount of unconditional love. And yeah, so Tara says, I don't know, what do you mean? Are you doing the beings who know us best? Are you saying the beings who know us best? I don't quite understand, but can you just retype that? But yes, the beings really, they know us like inside and out. And so when I was on the beach, so let me just try to like take the tendrils of channeling and just see if I can kind of like remember one-to-one as they're coming. So our soul star families are, if we're here on a mission, and if we're a soul that's coming in where we have like a mission to serve, we're not just our own soul being like, okay, this is my unique mission, I'm doing this, myself, but I do have some guides and angels helping me. Our mission, it's like we have the unified mission of our soul star family. My mentor also shared that not every soul star family is a mission family, that certain families have different orientations and intentions. But if you're here on this call, it's very, very likely that you're a part of what you would call a mission family, which means like you have missions to, bus systems, or help entire civilizations or galaxies ascend, or you have roles where you're really supporting the evolution of the universe, the expansion of consciousness, the expansion of unconditional love and all of its powers. So we have our whole soul star family, and we actually have a unified mission together that spans like infinity, that's like ongoing. And it will change, and it will shapeshift, and it will grow, and it will evolve, but we're a part of this unified mission. So when we go down to earth, we're not just saying this is really going to be really good for my soul, and this is what I want to do for my own learning. We're also coming in as this unified group saying this is going to really support my soul star family's greater mission. And we may have some members of our soul star family who are incarnating on the planet with us at the same time as humans, but maybe even as animals. But we're going to have probably most of our soul star family who's actually not incarnated in human bodies at the same time that we are. And that would, of course, depend on the group. And maybe there's sometimes where entire soul star families have incarnated as a human at one time. Of course, it's really going to depend. So yeah, so just to kind of keep that in mind, that you are not actually in your mission alone. You have these beings who are really invested in your mission. So you can imagine that these beings are going to be like the most invested in your mission. Like, of course, the angels are invested in your mission, and the ascended masters are invested in your mission. Your ancestors want you to succeed and support. Noisy, it is a Larimar. How many souls are usually in one family? I don't actually know. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm imagining that it probably would be inspired by the groupings of 12 that the universe is organized by, but I don't actually know. And that's like a great question to like, whenever that wants to pop in, I'm open. So yeah, so we have these soul star family members who are so invested in our mission and our success because they share it with us. And so they were kind of sharing with me, like, these are the best spirit guides that you could be working with. Well, maybe not like the hierarchy, the best, like but really like they're going to be the really amazing spirit guides to work with, because they're going to be with us like day in and day out, watching us, supporting us. But as you know, this is a planet of free will. This is a universe of free will. So, and you may have heard, that angels can't really support us the most that they could unless we actually consciously call them in, because we came in here and we said, this is our experiment. This is our journey. We have our own sovereign journey. So if in our sovereignty, we say, yeah, I'd really love some support here. Thanks, angels, for the help. Thank you for helping me with this and that. Then they get to honor our sovereign request and help us, which they absolutely love to do. But if we are not conscious of that, if we're, just so veiled and so forgetful that we forget to ask, that we don't even know that's a thing, well, they're only really going to be able to intervene unless there is like a higher clearance on that. And one of the cases would be, if you're about to die, if you're about to find yourself in a situation that's actually going to cause you to pass away when it's not actually your time, that would be one of the cases where intervention would be allowed. But I do feel that still these angels and these guides still are able to support us and and do things on some level, but just not to the fullness that they could if we ask, right? So that's going to be the same for our soul star family. So when I was walking on the beach and seeing this as our greater mission family, and like, wow, we're all on this mission together. We're not alone. We have this unique grouping that is really invested in what's going on and what we're doing. I saw us like, okay, so I saw and if you saw one of my recent emails, if you're on the email list, which, yeah, if you're live, you are, but if you're replay, maybe you're not, I shared a vision of or a photo of the vision that I received. So it was like these faint stars around us. Just imagine that if we're not asking our soul star family for help every day and asking them to come in, they're just kind of like these faint stars around us. They're always here with us. They're supporting us, but they're really in these higher dimensions, these other dimensions, and they're just kind of like, yes, we're supporting you. But when we're like, hey, soul star family, I welcome you in, I call you in, what was shown to me, what we're doing is we're actually calling them into our dimension. We're literally calling them into our realm of living, our dimension of living. We're inviting them in. Like us saying, soul star family, please be with me now, is almost like opening a portal through dimensions where they can come more into this dimension and become bright stars that are around us. And something that I was also shown was, as these bright stars are around us, now they're living like more in this dimension with us, still from the higher realms, but they're able to really, it's kind of like, imagine if you invite someone into your house, well, they're going to be in your house. They're not going to be on the street, 5 streets down where you're communicating telepathically. If you're like, hey, come on in, well, now they're going to be in your house and they're going to be right close next to you, right? So when we have these brighter stars, imagine that now in this communion and this communication, imagine those bright starlights connecting with your heart star and the little stars of all your cells and the stars of your DNA, the crystalline energies in there. Imagine that now amplifies your crystalline energy. It amplifies your star energy. It amplifies your electromagnetic field. Just, can you vision that? Like these bright stars, and they're connecting with your heart star, and your heart star is going, oh, now I have all this extra energy that's being sent to me, and I'm activating and I'm amplifying, and I'm, my own heart star is just really expanding. So what that means, well, one, that's just awesome, but two, that actually affects our manifestation abilities and our magnetism. And maybe this could be for better or for worse. If you're in the place where you're inviting your soul star family in every day, well, you're probably going to be a lot more conscious of your feelings and your intentions and what you're putting out there. But if you have a stronger electromagnetic field, you can do what you want with that. You can create just maybe a little bit quicker, a little bit more powerfully. So we would want to use that obviously to co-create with abundance, to co-create with peace, to co-create with love, and to really be in those frequencies, and they're going to manifest that much quicker and that much swifter, right? So let me see if there's anything else that was shared that I want to pull out. Yeah, and our soul star families are going to be all sorts of beings because we go beyond physicality, right? So had someone ask me recently, well, can whales be a part of my soul star family? And I'm like, absolutely. We also understand that whales are their own souls as well that go beyond physicality in a physical form. So some of these beings would have incarnated at whales, maybe several times, but they would have also incarnated as other beings. And other than that, they're really just their light body beyond any sort of form. So also just keep that in mind, that still being a whale or still taking on the form of a lion being or a unicorn is that soul really resonating with that energy and holding those codes. But still, we're actually just like pure light and pure love at the end of the day as well. So, okay, some questions. How can we be sure that some of them aren't demi-poos like our human family? Maybe this is a good question. Maybe we don't want them so close. Okay. So actually, so we have an extraordinary amount of love between our souls and our soul star family. And when we're in our fancy pants up in the skies above going, I want to do this on earth, and we have the wisdom and we see the whole picture, we might go, I really want to learn what it's like to be heartbroken. I want to have that experience. That's kind of an interesting experience. Can't really imagine it from up here. Heartbroken, what the heck? And I also want to see, am I able to really still have that heart connection with source, even if I'm heartbroken? Like that would be a really powerful experience and initiation for my soul to go through. So then you might have one of your soul star family members that goes, I love you so much, and I would love to help you have that experience. So they have agreed to come in and break your heart and be this very powerful connection that is someone that actually you think about, and they even maybe still like there's a lot of pain in your heart when you think about them, that still is wanting to be resolved. So our soul star families are not necessarily, when we're incarnated together, going to be our most perfect community members. Some of them will be. It depends on the agreements that we've had with them, right? They're going to be really powerful connections either way. But also keep in mind, there's actually not going to be that many of our, so typically there's not going to be that many of our original soul star family grouping incarnate on the planet. We have greater soul families. We have things fractaling out. We have different families coming together for different missions. We have so many interconnections. So we have a lot of like our greater soul family here based on, how it fractals out, how those connections are. But that original core grouping, typically you're not going to have actually that many of them here on the planet with you. It's not like you're going to have like you're going to meet a new one every day kind of thing. That depends. That's up to you and your soul star family. For some people, they might have a ton, but typically there's not actually going to be that many. So yeah, if a soul star family member comes into your life and there is like sad things happening with them, just know that that's actually been orchestrated, and it's because they love you so much. That they're helping orchestrate different experiences for you, even though the human may be like, what? I don't feel that this goes into abuse, though. I don't feel like a soul star family member would actually ever like abuse you. That would be a different relationship in my perspective. Carlin says, are these members of Soul Star family often from the star nation where our soul originated? Yeah, so I'm still feeling into this because to me, like when we get into the star nations, we're even getting a little bit more into like the physicality of it. So it like when I think of the soul star family, I'm really feeling into like that pure source energy and our original sort of light body energy. And maybe that does incarnate right into a particular star nation, and that's really our star home. Or maybe that's really so in the higher dimensions that it's literally all just the ocean of consciousness. And then we choose different star nations to incarnate into. That's still a question mark for me. So I'm just learning along with you. Definitely. I will share, this is actually good. I think you guys were prompted by your intuition because these two questions reminded me of actually two more points I wanted to share that I would have forgotten about. So the interesting thing about Gaia is that, so we have our star homes, right? We have those original star nations that we have incarnated into, or we have really just, we consider that kind of like our home base in this galaxy, in this universe, in this multiverse. And that's where our soul has a really deep resonance and deep roots. And so when we're here on this planet, most of us have this feeling of homesickness, star seeds, right? We feel like a little bit like, like I really love the earth. She's so beautiful. She's so amazing. But like, I'm not really feeling like this is my full home. And what Gaia wants to share with you or remind you of is that Gaia is like a repository for Star Nation frequencies. She's a really beautiful planet because she actually channels and includes and embodies and carries so many different Star Nation codes. So actually, your star home, or you might have several star nations that really feel a resonance of home for you. Those star codes are in Gaia. And the center of Gaia is a literal portal. Like, it's a star that is a portal to any star energy that is going to most serve you at this time that she's in resonance with channeling through. So when you connect with the center of Gaia, and also just the different crystal realms and crystal kingdoms, like, you can ask Gaia, thank you for connecting me with my star home frequencies. Thank you for emanating those. So we don't actually just always have to go, hey, star home, whether you feel that's the Pleiades or Andromeda or Sirius or something you don't know of yet. Oh, I just really want to connect with you from this higher chakras and higher pillar of light. You can actually connect with your star home frequencies through your root, through your feet, through your earth star chakra underneath your feet, and through your body, through Gaia, and say, Gaia, thank you for activating and revealing and sending me and connecting me with my star home frequencies. And just imagine that those frequencies are coming up through your feet into your heart. And you can even just imagine these crystal little lights, in the trees and in the soil, and the star of the earth coming up and rising up, and she's channeling them. Gaia is so multidimensional, and she is really a co-creation with so many different star nations, and so is our DNA, right? Our DNA is really a co-creation with a lot of different star nations. So yeah, hopefully that's helpful for you. So I'm just going to take a sip of water, and then we'll get into our journey. Yeah. Okay. So let's do it. All right. So just getting yourself comfortable. And if you would like to put on any soft meditation music in the background, you're welcome to. I typically do not use kind of background music, just to keep the sound quite clear. So if you do like to meditate along with my voice to some soft background music, go for that. Go for it. If you have iTunes or on YouTube and just search, Hertz meditation music, you can find that now. And if not, amazing. Okay. So closing our eyes, taking a deep breath in. Oh, we didn't even talk about the dolphin. Okay, wait, you guys. I'm sorry. We didn't even talk about the dolphins and why they're connected into the soul star families. Let me just mention that because we're going to work with them right away. Okay, so just quickly, you probably already know that, dolphins are in pods. Dolphins are found in pods. Very, 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 very rare that you're going to find just one singular dolphin living its life. And it does happen, but it's rare. So dolphins love families. Same with orcas. Orcas are just the biggest dolphin species. So they love their families. They have extremely close emotional bonds with their families. And dolphins also are so multidimensional, and they're very masterful at journeying through dimensions and through realities. So imagining that like a dolphin right now is with you. And it knows where your soul star family is, like the dimensions that they live in, the higher realms that they live in. And it's swimming now from you to their heart. And imagine that it's like leaving a crystalline, diamond, sparkly bridge of light. And it's actually connecting the dimensions to make it easier for that connection. Because as you know, sometimes it's not as easy to receive the messages, to receive the guidance, right? When we're asking the angels, we're like, why aren't you louder? It's because, they're literally in different dimensional realities and higher realms. And, the messages are coming, but sometimes it can be challenging with all the veils that we have and in this more dense dimension to receive them. So the dolphins can create these star bridges, what I call star bridges, and actually help to open. You can travel with them, or they can also just help open the energy, like they're making a nice telephone, or you can go swim with them. So that's why we're working with the dolphins today, because they care so much about family, and they want you to reconnect with your star family so much, because they know how meaningful and powerful that is, as well as their prowess in the multidimensional realms. They're just going to be able to help us make those deeper connections. Okay, so actually now, let's close our eyes. Taking a deep breath in. And I am actually just seeing and sensing the whales, especially the humpback whales of the higher realms below our gathering, and the white whales above our gathering. And they're just really supporting the coherence. So you may wish to just become aware of these beautiful whale beings as you take a deep breath and allow yourself to transition into more of a meditative energy, as we invite the beautiful dolphins of the higher realms to surround us. And you may see many, many, many dolphins surrounding you in a circle. We also call forth Archangel Michael to create a beautiful energy around us and also through us with sapphire blue light and sapphire blue flames. And Archangel Michael is preparing this space to really resonate with the frequency of truth and spiritual protection. So imagining that the dolphins are connecting as well with this sapphire blue light, these sapphire blue flames, and the sapphire blue flames are also moving through you, moving down your central channel through your body. And really supporting you in aligning with your soul's truth, breathing those sapphire blue flames down through your root, through your legs, your feet, and just making the connection to the appropriate star grids of light that Gaia is actually emanating and sharing, along with her unique Gaia expression. Set the intention with this blue flame that you are now grounding into the unique star frequencies of your star home that Gaia includes and shares and transmits as a part of her libraries of light. Okay, grounding into the core crystal of Gaia, the heart star of Gaia. Good. And just feeling that portal just opening right up as she reveals to you how much of a channeler of star nations she is, right? We talk about humans channeling star nations. Well, Gaia in her heart star also channels star nations very directly. So bringing that light, that starlight up into your heart, intending to receive the codes of your star home or your many star homes into your heart. Just knowing that it's happening, whether you're a visual person or not. feeling those star energies rise up from Gaia into your heart. And now we invite the beautiful dolphins of the higher realms to please locate with our higher selves the unique star coordinates of the heart stars of our soul star family members that are living in the higher realms. And we ask the dolphins to create a star bridge with our permission from our hearts and our consciousness and this earth, creating a star bridge to our soul star families and their heart stars, opening up the connections between our soul star family with this sacred star bridge and star bridges. Thank you, dolphins. And now inviting in the heart stars and the higher self consciousness, the soul consciousness of our soul star family members who most wish to make direct contact with us and be in communion with us, and even in indirect contact with us at this time, in this now moment. I invite my soul star family to connect with me now. And imagining now that you have certain soul star family members, maybe all of them just dropping in around you and seeing that their heart star is just glowing with light. You may just see them as balls of light. They might come as a shape, a form, a symbol, a human energy. And allowing yourself to just make that connection with your soul star family now, breathing here for a moment. And I'm just going to ask the dolphins to strengthen. There's going to be one or two, or maybe a grouping of soul star family members that are really going to be helpful for you to connect in with directly at this time. So I just ask the higher realm dolphins with us, the angelic dolphin consciousness, to create more of that connection, that star bridge of light, just really supporting us to connect heart to heart through light with this being or with this group. And imagine now that this soul star family member, or the grouping that comes as one, that really is going to be powerful for you to connect with, is now just right in front of your heart. And just breathe in and allow yourself to receive and feel the connection. If it's subtle, strong, or anything in between, just trust that it's there. Allowing them now to share codes with you of light, of love, of abundance, and any messages that wish to come through at this time. And just breathe into your heart. Receive in your heart and just let it be. If you have any questions for your soul star family, you may ask them. And if you're still experiencing just a subtle connection, just trust, know that they are connecting with you and sharing with you. Taking a deep breath, receiving this light, receiving this love. I receive love from my soul star family. And certain members are coming forth now to offer a transmission, a healing around connection and relationship and community. They acknowledge that there's a lot of broken connections on planet Earth and a lot of limiting belief systems that are connecting, how shall I say this, that are not allowing the truest resonance of heart to heart connection between souls and causing a looping of the past into the now and the future. So they're actually coming to break these loops. If you've had loops from the past of this is what I experienced and I'm still experiencing in the present, and it just kind of keeps happening with friendships, with relationships, with family, with day to day, with roommates, whatever it is, with your child. They're actually coming forth to help to clear and sort of break these loopings, and also breaking the intergenerational trauma that also really powers and creates the patterning of these loops. So imagining now that you're just being poured with so much light, so much love, like you're in a waterfall of your soul star family love. Breathing in, I receive this healing from my soul star family. And I allow for the transmutation of any looping karmic imprints and patterning that my soul no longer wishes to have occurring in the field. I allow for a transmutation and I release, choosing the most direct path to love. You're also working through your ancestral lineages, some of your ancestors being your soul star family, some of your ancestors actually in some cases being you. And they're using those nodal points of soul star family connection and soul family connection in your ancestral lineages to strengthen the star network of love, of light. And what's happening is it's actually the love, the unconditional love that they're pouring through that is doing the transmutational shifting. May I know that it is safe to be in loving relationships. May I know that I am worthy to be loved. May I know that I am worthy. May I know that I am worthy. And allow for a final transmission from your soul star family to come through, this time just allowing it to reveal itself to you, or just know that it's occurring, receiving healing messages, activation. And as these bonds, as these soul star bonds are strengthened between you and your soul star family, feel the network of unconditional love and community resonate through your whole being, and now beginning to really set the template of loving community, of authentic relating. And feel yourself in your body now. All of this has been happening with you in your body on this planet, bringing these star codes to you, no matter what you've been visualizing or not. This has been happening through your body to really ground these star codes. So I just want you to become more aware of your body now. And they're saying, beloveds, our connection is not in the stars, it's in your body, it's in your heart. Your body is made of starlight and water. Our connection is with you now in your body on this planet. You do not have to, you can journey to different star nations and different dimensions to come connect with us. But so much of the time, we'd rather come to you in your consciousness. We do so much of that in your dream time. When we connect with you, we'd really like to have you focus on your body, on having us activating different star coordinates in the cells and DNA of your magical body. So many of you are not actually exploring the magic of your physicality. You're denying it. You're saying, oh, my body hurts and I've got this thing going on and it's dense. And they're saying, beloveds, we know, but part of the reason is because the star codes have not been activated in the greater systems of your physical body and the overture of how it connects to your oversoul, your higher self. So we would really love in our connections for you to allow us to connect with your cells, with your heart, with your chakras, with your earth star chakra, with your lower chakras. And in this way, we can really come in to deeply affect your reality. We can shift the resonance of your aura as you allow us to connect with your physicality. And of course, with all of your other operating systems, which we love and honor so much. So they're just showing me that some of you are experiencing a decent amount of shame in your physical temple. So I would just, if that feels resonant for you, I would just invite you to allow your Soul Star family to share a ball of light with you or a transmission of light with you to cleanse any shame that is hanging out in your physical body and your four body systems. Good. And allowing that to just go directly to the heart star of Gaia. Good. And breathing back up from the heart star of Gaia, your star home frequencies, and the star codes of Gaia, the crystalline codes of Gaia. Good. And they say, beloved, Earth is truly a magical place, and New Earth is going to be more extraordinary than you can possibly imagine. We remind you that you wanted to come here, that you chose to come here, and in your soul, you are elated to still be here, even though to the human ego structure, that can feel like, what? This place sucks. We remind you that Gaia is truly a magical goddess, a playground of light, love, creation codes to explore. And we invite you to connect with the higher realm creation codes that are within Gaia, contained within Gaia. Spend more time in nature. If you can, whenever you can, walk barefoot on the land or just place your bare hands on trees or on the soil, on the ground, or in the sand. These frequencies, the star nations of starlight, of Gaia codes, of the animal realms, of the Fae, of the elementals, of the new earth frequencies are contained within Gaia. She is simultaneously living the new earth right here, right now. It is not a foretold place in the future. It is simply in a different reality that is easily accessible from the one you are living in with intention and grounding into the higher realm grids the star grids of light of Gaia. So we recommend for you, as you ground, as you do your daily grounding practice, and if you're not doing a daily grounding practice, we recommend you to do one, grounding your tree roots or your grounding cord and imagining the starlight frequencies of Gaia, just as we did in the start of this journey. Seeing that light up, it may be silver, diamond, gold, even rainbow. Imagine that there's grids and tree roots and connections and webs within Gaia connecting to her star core. And this is what you will be grounding into, the new earth, the higher realm frequencies of Gaia. And you will soon begin to experience this earth as the sacred place that you know deep within you, in your star core, that she is co-creating the earth, the new earth, with much more precision. So breathing that in, good. All right, and finally, just now allowing a beautiful pillar of light from the central sun, from your star family, connecting you with your star home from above, through your central channel, through your body, through your spine, and then below, grounding that into Gaia, just as we've spoken about. So you're now in this beautiful pillar of light. Feel it encompass your body, your aura, as your soul star family fills this pillar of light in your aura with more and more loving frequencies, code activation, light codes, connection. And allowing the dolphins to help you expand. They're just inviting you to just expand. They're kind of like swimming your aura boundaries out a little bit. They're just helping you, like you're opening up a sheet that's been like folded half and you're like opening it up with your arms. You're just like opening up the boundaries of your aura, your electromagnetic field a little bit more through the connection with your heart star and your soul star family. And feel your aura expanded now, and allow your soul star family to really be stationed at the boundaries of your expansive aura, protecting you, guiding you, mentoring you, supporting you, and helping you to experience coherence, grounding, and a safe space within your own sovereign energy field. We thank the dolphins for your beautiful service. Grounding once more into Gaia, feeling that grounding cord, the tree roots. We thank your soul star family, all of our soul star family, for being with us. And remember, they're still here. And inviting you to just become aware of them, connecting in with them every day, calling them in, and just allowing that connection to grow. They're saying, beloved, call us in. For many of you, you won't even really feel us when you call us in. For some of you, you will. But it really makes no difference, because we do come and we do help you and support you when you call. And the more you call, the stronger those bridges of light will be, those connection points, those connection cords of love. And you will find it easier to hear us and feel us over time, with more and more calling us in daily. All right, taking a deep breath in. Feeling those feet, maybe wiggling your toes. Maybe spiraling your hips, wiggling your fingers, just feeling yourself coming back to the space, feeling those star codes lit up still. Yay! And coming back, we'll just begin to close. I open the space now for any sharing. You can come into the chat and share if you have any words that you'd like to share, or if you're on replay, in the comments. And if you feel like probably most of you, us, which would be like, whoo, I'm just going to integrate that. Just be in that space too. All right, so that was so beautiful. I'm so grateful that you have taken the space, the time to receive these codes and those deeper connections with your soul star family. I want to wish you blessings on this full moon or whenever you're watching. And also just wanted to let you know, I did change the date. So I said this last time for this month, but it's actually going to be in January. I am going to be opening doors to Dolphin Consciousness in January. So I just allow that to rest in your field and just see if you feel the invitation. Dolphin Consciousness is really going to be a journey. It's different every time. This will be my third time running it, and it's going to be a completely different journey than the last two, that's for sure. And we're really going to be working with the dolphins and the whales to help us really make the connections that they think are really important for us. So we're actually going to be mentored in things like abundance with the dolphins and the whales and the mermaids. We're going to probably have a module. I haven't fully decided all the modules, but working with our soul star families, we're going to be doing healing from Lemurian and Atlantean trauma from the fall of Lemurian Atlantis, which is really, really big. I do have another Dolphin Healing Collective call for healing the trauma of Atlantis. If you haven't seen that and you feel guided to watch that, you can find it on my YouTube channel. And we're going to be working with the mermaids. We're going to be working with sacred sexuality with the orcas. Really, you can work with the dolphins and the whales just as you would work with any, there really are ascended masters. So any like Mary Magdalene or Mother Mary or Archangel Michael, we know that these beings can support us so massively in really every area of our lives because they hold mastery codes in all of that which we seek to prosper in. So in the same way, you know, the dolphins and the whales can really support us in thriving in these areas of our lives. So they've done that today. They've helped us to connect with our soul star families and expand into more community. So Sally says, thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's such an honor to get to guide you through this journey today. And if you loved it, feel free to share, you know, in the YouTube link when it comes out shortly, or just let people know that they should join next time on my website. We'd love to hang out with more and more people every time. Natalie says, thank you. Carlin says, that was beautiful. I felt their love. Yay, I'm sharing with a couple of close friends. Awesome, thank you. Ruth says, thank you. Bianca says, thank you, dear. Much love. Thank you, everyone. And may your soul star family and may the dolphins continue to surround you now. And whether you're about to go to sleep or gonna close the day off or have a whole day ahead of you, may they really help you and may you co-create with them today and tonight and as we go into the future. La Mar on Voz says, thank you, love. Thank you for being here. Deeply grateful. Thank you. All right. See you soon, everybody. Bye.